Hello. Hopefully you can hear me okay because I've had to put my aircon back on. It's just way too hot. I'm boiling. I could probably go outside and talk. Could be nice, but then it'll be dark. So I used to have a little light that went on the top of this tripod I'm using, but it broke, so I don't have that anymore. It's night here, so it's like 9:15, so it'd be dark outside. So I can't do that. But yeah, hopefully it's not too loud, and I will try to talk a little bit louder because I am a little bit softly spoken. So continuing, my mother was not doing well at this time. You know, puberty, hormone changes for me. Always had just a bad relationship with my mother. Didn't feel like I fit in anywhere. Didn't feel like, honestly, I didn't feel like my family liked me at all. At this point, I didn't know my stepbrothers very well. I didn't know my stepmother very well. I felt like my stepmother was a little bit mean to myself and my sister. And I just felt extremely uncomfortable there when we lived there. And once again, like I didn't fit in. Once again, I was shoveled from one place to another with people I didn't know, strangers. I'd only seen my dad, once a year, maybe twice at the max in 6 years, from the age of 5 turning 6 to 12. So I didn't really know him. And to be honest, I was always very scared of him. He was very loud. I don't remember my father being physically violent. Not with me, and not to my knowledge, but I do remember he was loud and he would explode and he would yell and scream and slam and bang, and I was petrified of him always, to my knowledge. And I just wasn't comfortable there. I didn't feel at ease ever. And then my mum got the house, so we moved in with my mum. I had to get a bus and a train to go to school because I was halfway through my first year of high school and wanted to finish the year there. And then when I finished the year, I was supposed to go to a new high school, which was closer to the house where we moved. And the end of the year, the Christmas holidays, my nan, who I loved and adored, passed away, and I felt heartbroken when we moved from Queensland back to New South Wales. That was pretty much me losing touch with my uncle, who I loved and adored as well. And I didn't see him after that, hardly at all. And the Christmas holidays, my mum was quite sick, and on the 8th of January, I just turned 13, and my sister and I were woken up by my father because during the night my mother had passed away. And it's extremely hard because then, at that time, I honestly felt a massive sense of relief because she'd not been nice to me my whole life, and that was over. I had a lot of issues with one thing that was quite bad was I had a lot of issues with eating and food. I don't know whether I have autism or not, there's something called ARFID, I think it's called ARFID. It's like avoidant restrictive something with food. I have a lot of issues with food, with textures, with smells, with the look of the food. I was pretty much every day forced to eat foods that were, my body was telling me, my brain, that it was repulsive and that it was not meant to go down my throat into my stomach. And I would be forced to stay at the table and eat. I would be physically abused if I didn't do it. I went through a lot of trauma with that, and just got physically abused pretty much every day of my life with my mother. And it was very hard when she died because, as I said, it felt like a relief. And my sister and I had to go back and live with my father and my stepmother and 2 stepbrothers. And I did get to stay at the same school, which was good because I'd made friends there. I had a few really, really good friends and a massive pile of just friends. You know, you have your best friends and then you have your friends. And I don't ever feel like I was bullied or I was picked on. I feel like I was very lucky in that way at school. I just got it everywhere else. I feel like I always had a lot of friends, and my life when it came to friendships and being social and feeling like I fit in and all that stuff was fine. I had no issues there, just except for the thing with males. I had male friends and that was fine, but I still never liked to be, you know, alone much with males, or I was never sure of them. I didn't know how they would react, or, you know, if they would get angry and stuff like that, because it's all I ever saw. So I feel like I got along pretty well with my 2 stepbrothers though. One of my stepbrothers was in my year at school and my other stepbrother was in my sister's year. So we were all very close in age and had a lot of the same friends, and had a lot of really good times. I feel like they were, you know, the people that did make my home life okay. I never really got along with my older 2 brothers or was close with my older 2 brothers. I just always felt like they didn't like me, to be honest, and that I just didn't fit. And when I was growing up, I felt like I hated my sister, and we didn't have the best relationship. We fought really bad, but she was 18 and I was 16 when we left home. She left not too long before me, and I feel like slowly after we moved out of home, our relationship got better, and now I absolutely love and adore her. She's one of the most beautiful people that you could ever meet. But I'm gonna end this one here. Okay, bye.